Shalom. This your brother Rayad Rakah from the branch of the Cleveland Church of the Great Millstone. Come back with this truth. Before I get started, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all infinite worship and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadash. I give honors to the elders, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of the Great Millstone, that rule and teach well. Peace, love, blessings, and many salutations to you elect Aki, that scattered abroad the fruit of the earth, that preach this truth with all truth and with all sincerity, always with charity. The title of this one is it's a lot going on, man. 'Cause there's so much going on, you don't know where to start, man. There's so many topics and prophecies jumping off the pages, from the food shortages to the migrants to World War III to the M to the MOTB to just everything, man. Upwards to the people, man. It's everything happening at one time, man. It's a beautiful time to be living in, man. It's a beautiful time to be an Israelite that's in the know, that's in the knowledge, man. That know what's going on, cause like the scriptures. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just get it real quick, man, because that what's gonna keep you stable, what's gonna have your mind right to where you're not freaking out and bugging out like the rest of the people that's in the world, man. Because in a fight game, the punch that knock you out is the punch that you don't see coming. But if you do see it coming, you can kind of roll with it, or block it, or you feel me, brace for it. Because we bracing for impact, man. Here at Great Millstone, we've been getting built up since day one. You know, we've been hastening the coming of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, and all hell breaking loose every day, every week, every month, every year, for years on out, man. You did? We've been in that hastening the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah spirit, man. We've been getting edified. We've been getting built up. The elders and the apostles been building us up spiritually and mentally for this time, man. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse number 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is his treasure. So the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in these scriptures will keep you stable. Will will have your mind right. Will be the stability to where you're not freaking out and losing your mind and what's the word I'm looking for? Perplexed. Because these people will be perplexed, man. Lack of resources, wanting, not knowing what to do, not knowing which way to turn. The Most High is going to guide us, man. Scriptures say, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. My servant shall be clothed, but you shall be cold, man. We ain't going to lack for nothing, man. We ain't going to lack for nothing. And we believe that through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. It says, Isaiah 33 and 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability, shall keep you stable of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh, the Hashem, Yahweh Shai is his treasure. Because wisdom starts with fearing Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Is that fear is what keeps you from doing certain things that you ought not do. The do's and the don'ts. That's like if you fear getting your ass whooped by your father when he come home from work for not having your room clean, guess what? You will have your room clean. So that fear It's what keeps you from from stepping outside the guidelines that your father set up for you. See, we fear Yahweh Bashim Shah and his wrath and his judgments, so we stay in order. So that's going to be the strength of our salvation, because you get judged. Well, everything's predestined, but just on a basic surface lesson, basic service level. Uh, 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 the the fear stops you from going off, basically. And oh yeah, let me go to Matthew, because we know it's close. It's like we understand that it's close to the time of the coming of Yahweh Shai, who this world Italy calls JC. But there's certain things to be looking for before his coming. This red letter, it says, well, actually, I'm gonna start at verse 3. This Matthew 24 and 3. It says, as he sat as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So we know the end of the world and Yahweh Shah's coming are synonymous, because Yahweh Shah is coming at the end of the world. So let's see some of the signs that will be happening at the end of the world, that the sign of his coming. I'm gonna jump to verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. It's all kind of wars going on right now. It's all kind of rumors of wars going on. Now one might say it always been wars and rumors of wars. But let's see what else. It says, be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So just because we hear these things and we see these things, we know the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine, and we know the famine is coming because of what? The trickle down effect. The crops are sitting there spoiling, being wasted, being rotten, man. It says, and pestilence, which is diseases. Now look at the mutation of 2020, man. They got the same old playbook, man. They want to shut this place back down again. This is it. All hell is breaking loose. And there ain't nothing nobody can do, because it's prophesied in the scriptures. And earthquakes in diverse places, different places. Look at all the different magnitude earthquakes that's happened all over the world. Now, one might say, well, it always been wars and wars and wars. It always been nations rising up against nations. It always been diseases. It always been earthquakes. What haven't been at this magnitude all happen at the same time? It's all these things happen at the same time right now. Then what could one say, man? Next verse say, all these are the beginning of sorrows. It's only the beginning, man. You ain't saw nothing yet, because there's something called Jacob's trouble. It's called Jacob's trouble for a reason, because you got the northern kingdom and you got the southern kingdom. The northern kingdom consists of the Latin tribes, and the southern kingdom consists of the Negro tribes. Now, what is DJ Trump doing with the ICE agents. They're rounding up Latinos. They're putting them in the back of these cargo planes and they're letting them out in shackles and mid-air, drowning them. It's something called alligator Pantalo Bay or something like that, man. You should be in the know, man. Look these things up, man. But that ain't it because he's also said 500,000. That's 500,000 Haitians have to go too. And to top it all off, hey, they're finding him, finding that the government is wiping people's, like people's existence off the records, man. That's like, let's just say me, to say, let's just say they came and got me, rounded me up, put me in the back of the plane. They will wipe my existence off the records. They would take my birth certificate. They would take all my records, all my school records, my social security, and just wipe it like I never existed. This man is really coming down with great wrath. We really at the end of days, man. We really is. Call halalyam, halalyam, how about some other side, man? He saw the devil was about to show his horns, man. What's that? 12 and 12. This the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein, that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is the so-called white man, is come down to you having great wrath. So that's why he going berserk, because he know what? That he have but a short time. He know his time is short. These elites know what's coming. They seeing the chariots. They feel the power slipping out their hand. They seeing the enchantments not working like they used to work. They seeing the power slipping out their hand. They see the big bad wolf is not getting that respect that it used to get. When Americans say something, other nations fall in line. But now everybody's bulking up against America. They say fuck y'all petrodollar, and fuck what y'all got going on. We go do our own thing. That's why these people can make up something called the BRICS nations and all these different alliances, and they're cutting out the devil. They're cutting him out. And the most High about to cut him out of existence, man. The most High about to get rid of these devils. Call her lawyer, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. He about to set up a kingdom on earth, spearheaded by his son, his only begotten son, and the Israelites will be joint heirs. And we go rule over all you nations like it was supposed to be from the beginning, man. In righteousness, man. It's a lot going on. But all these things must happen for the kingdom to come. Mass death must happen. Famine must happen. Wars must happen. Tribulation must happen. But guess what? With all this destruction, salvation must happen. It must happen. It was written. We know the scriptures say that the word that I speak shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish unto that which I send it, man. The things that's happening is happening for a reason. The Most High is moving on the behalf of his chosen, man. You gotta believe that. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, all honor, all glory to double honors to the elders.